Hi everyone, this is Dr. Schwitz. I'm here with Sunjun Park. This is the pipeline authoring 1511 kickoff video. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. As always, we have a planning issue underneath the pipeline authoring group, planning issue 89, where we discuss and refine the milestone issues. I want to start with actually explaining the release plan because maybe I'll start with the goals of the milestone. Obviously, the goals of the milestone, we are focused, the team is heavily focused on the pipeline component catalog. With that, we want to focus on building the CI catalog index page, but also complete some of the work from the previous milestone about specifying inputs to an includable file. And we are also going to start looking at the 16.0 breaking changes just because we don't want to go into a time crunch. What I want to do in this kickoff is just elaborate a little bit about the release plan, because as mentioned, this is what the team is going to focus on. And this is something that is going to carry us over the next couple of iterations. So the release plan, and I want to focus on 1 to 4, because this is what we are aiming for. And for the rest, it's not that we are not going to do it, it's just that we are not sure what to do next, what is the priority, and the timeline is still not clear. So the first thing that we want to do is to introduce the spec input feature, which is, again, this is the carryover from previous milestone, which will allow to declare inputs to any includable file. We are going to release it as an open beta, but this open beta is going to be for maybe 1 or 2 milestones just to make sure it's stable. And after that, quickly, we are going to move it to GA. Secondly, we are going to introduce a component, okay? And a component will be the smallest building block that the catalog will be composed of. So the component will be next, and then we'll be focused on the private catalog, which will be the index page for the catalog, which is like the one page that just display what are the available component. And then we are going to launch the detail page, which gives you more information about each component that we have. And as you can see, we are going to also release all of those as public beta, and those are the timelines. If you scroll down, you can see that this is the focus of the milestone. We have the carryovers, and then we have the front end work for the catalog, the backend work for the catalog, and 2 of the breaking changes. Yeah, with that, I'm going to hand it over to Sunjun. She's going to talk about the scope of work for UX.
Thanks, Dov. Do you mind if I share my screen?
Yes.
All right, so for the 15.11 scope of the work for the UX, as Dov mentioned, it's all about catalog. If you check the details page, of course, there's a work in progress Figma wireframe. It's super low fidelity at the moment, but I like to work on this and then explore for the future solution validation. And this will be all done within 15.11. And there will be one solution validation planning that we just currently work on the MVC flow, and then maybe it's worth to double check with if the concept works well. And we also have a couple of questions to move this forward. How can you make this user experience better? So we can do the solution validation for this, but there's another item that we might need to do a really quick solution validation, which is not included in this planning board, but there will be maybe another solution validation upcoming in this milestone. I'll add it later if it is coming. And this is a small design issue that maybe it's better to provide a way to mark that, okay, this is a catalog resource when they are publishing their component repository to the CI catalog. And there are even more UX research efforts, planning in progress. Erica is working really hard on usability benchmarking study for the Verify team. And there are 2 problem validation. So the second one is more about like try to understand how would user consume the information on the details page when they're viewing the instruction in the CI catalog. And the other one is non-catalog theme, but we like to understand like when user would select which keyword and the reason why, and then if they're using as we intended or probably not. So these are all the planned UX research effort, and yeah, that's it from me.
Awesome.
Sharing.
Great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, hope you find this useful. And as always, if you have any thoughts and questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.